Are you looking for a job in the forestry sector and money to pay for school? Are you looking for on-the-job work experience so that you can have a rewarding career following graduation? If so, this program is the one for you. Here's how it works. The Indigenous Forestry Scholarship Program financially supports the students during the year. Then, students are placed in paid summer internships with BC Timber Sales, where they receive on-the-job training and one-on-one mentorship. The scholarship is available to Indigenous students enrolled in full-time studies in the following post-secondary program areas: forestry technician, natural resources, environmental technology, business management, business administration, and geographic information systems. We also support trades training in areas provided tuition doesn't exceed the maximum scholarship amount, such as construction millwright or industrial mechanic, logging machine operator like skidder, feller buncher, or log loader, and heavy-duty mechanic. Costs covered by the scholarship program include a living allowance, tuition, books and supplies, transportation, field gear, and moving expenses. Let's hear from some of the students in our program.
I'm Shandell Dillman, and I'm a Métis forestry student. I'm working with BCTS over the summer, just outside of Williams Lake. Currently we're 2.5 hours outside of Williams Lake working on a mistletoe contract. I'm here because I'm part of the Indigenous Forestry Scholarship Program. The scholarship program has helped me a lot with practical knowledge of what is involved in the forestry industry. And it's not just, out doing field work. There's office work, there's administration, business, many other avenues. Myself, I want to be outside, so it's giving me a lot of outside field experience that I didn't have already. And that's going to kind of help to give me an edge when I go back to school in September. It's my first year, so I don't have any field experience, but after the summer I have quite a bit. The best thing about working for BCTS is everyone is so willing to teach us and so excited to give us more of an opportunity to learn and be successful in the industry. They're not just helping us be successful within BCTS, but in our careers long term.
My name is Sandy Atkinson, and I'm the Director of Operations with the BC First Nations Forestry Council. The Indigenous Forestry Scholarship Program was established in 2012 between the First Nations Forestry Council, the Ministry of Forest Lands, Natural Resource Operations, and BC Timber Sales, and is a pillar of our BC First Nations Forest Strategy, which aims to increase the participation and success that our Indigenous youth play in the forest sector. At the moment, we know that 5% of forestry sector workforce is represented by our First Nations, and we really want to see that increase to 10% over the next 8 to 10 years. In order to do this, we need to grow this program and establish new partnerships and expand outwards with industry players coming to the table. Our partnership with the Ministry of Forest Lands, Natural Resource Operations and BC Timber Sales has been absolutely critical to the success of this program, along with our partnership with our Indigenous Skills Employment and Training Society agreement holders, who provide outreach and recruitment to our Indigenous students regionally throughout the province.
My name is Nathaniel Wilson. I am currently working with BC Timber Sales in an auxiliary position. I'm currently in my 3rd year. I grew up in the Okanagan Valley here in Vernon. I was born and raised here. I'm thankful for the scholarship program because of the opportunities it's presented me. It's opened doors that I never thought would open. What I enjoy most about working for BCTS is the sense of professionalism I've developed. I really feel like I've gained some independence here, and I feel like I can carry myself in a professional environment.
So I am Haley Clement. I am from Williams Lake, and I'm from Algatchel First Nations, which is Anaheim Lake, and I am a part of the Indigenous Forestry Scholarship Program with the First Nations Forest Council, and I am a resource assistant technically, but I do mostly silviculture work, and sometimes I do a little bit of timber. I've been with the scholarship program for about 4 years now, so I'm just about done. And so with this program, I'm able to be employed pretty much as soon as I'm done doing the same stuff I've already been doing. So the work portion, when I first started, it was mostly outside field work. And then as I started to get better at things, it would be more office work. So I'm about 60-40 now. So 60 outside and then 40 inside doing the paperwork part of it. So I'm better prepared for once I graduate, I can just hit the ground running. So when I'm out in the field, I do mostly silviculture, so I do surveys, I do mistletoe, planting checks. I am grateful for the Indigenous Forestry Scholarship Program because it really gave me so many opportunities. I could do so many things now. I don't know if I could have done it without them. They supported me a lot throughout this whole process. My advice for students that want to get into forestry, I would recommend working with BCTS and with the Forestry Council if you can, because it was really, there was a lot of experience that you would get and there was a lot of help, and it's just a fantastic way to go. Yeah, my life got a lot better since then.
So my dream of getting into forestry really started when my daughter was born. I knew I needed to have a steady income to raise a child, and getting into forestry is really going to allow me to do that. It's the largest industry in BC. It's been there forever. It's always going to be here, and that security is really what drove me here. So what I enjoy most about my school and the forestry program is being out in the outdoors. You know, getting out into nature like this, it's beautiful. No place I'd rather be. The pay is great. The people that you work with are extremely knowledgeable. I've learned so much working with BCTS here in Kamloops. So words of advice for Indigenous students considering applying for this program, I would definitely tell them to jump in with both feet, get that application process going, and get into it as quickly as you can.
So my name is Sydney Monteith. I'm the Woodland Supervisor in Silviculture here in Williams Lake for Cariboo-Chilcotin Business Area. I'm involved in the Indigenous Forestry Scholarship Program as a mentor. I've mentored quite a few students over time. Currently I have 3 working for my section, so I'm in silviculture. So I have 3 working in my section who I mentor, and my mentorship is more about teaming them up with people who can teach them as much as we can teach them. It's wonderful to have these students here. It's wonderful to be part of their learning, especially when they are so passionate about that learning as well. In the summer we have lots of work. Currently my first year student, who has not actually been to school yet, she is going out with foresters doing post-harvest assessments and learning what is done through those. Doing layout for planting for next year, which is a job that we need done. So she's been doing a whole bunch of that. So understanding why we're hanging ribbon, where we're hanging it, and why, that kind of thing. My other student has been with us for 4 years, so she has also been out on these post-harvests. And the post-harvests are a survey basically done by our foresters. They walk a block after it's harvested, and they decide whether they're going to site prep it and how, what kind of trees they're going to plant there, or can we do something and get naturals, and sort of the whole succession of the block right up to free growing. They set that all up. When a student looks at this program, they really need to look at it wholly and look at the big advantage they are going to get through entering this program, and if they can put in their effort to be successful, it's just like cool, right? Because it is a big advantage, being able to be, you know, you get a job, you get paid for, you get to learn the whole time you're there. People help you if you need it. Not everybody gets that kind of advantage, and I really hope that people see that that's what that is an advantage, and they take it and run with it and become successful themselves. It's just a really huge advantage.
If you're interested in our program and you'd like to apply, please contact the First Nations Forestry Council. Enrollment is ongoing throughout the year.